Yo, 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 yo. It is another episode of the most interesting, thought provoking, provocative, deep, penetrating podcast in the game. It is the weekend rhyme. I use a lot of adjectives to
Yeah.
describe it. I'm sorry. Pause worthy
You're
moments.
good. You're good.
Show today. I am your boy RKY Ron. That is Leroy Green. That is Super Duper. How you doing today, fellas?
What's happening?
Chilling.
It ain't nothing, man. It's 83 degrees outside, man. So we're going to get this show popping so we can get outside. It's a beautiful day. I think it's 65 degrees in the Midwest. It's always beautiful in California. Well, unless you go on Market Street in San Francisco, it's not
I'm gonna need y'all to cut it out, man.
but it's always beautiful
That's
in Cali. You know
hometown.
what I'm saying? It's always beautiful. But we got a jam-packed show for you today. Make sure you do the needful. Hit like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to rock with us. We're going to get into Jack Harlow, or Jermaine Harlow, as some folks call him. But we're gonna call him Jack Harlow on this show. His new transition into R&B. We're going to have a Siskel and Ebert moment today. You know Siskel and Ebert back in the day. We're going to talk about some films. You know, the Oscars was last week, and we got some trailers percolating, and we're going to talk about that. J. Cole has a interview. I think Super was asking for an interview for him to speak on the situation. He finally spoke on that. We're also going to talk about a subject that I don't want to say I don't think other hip-hop pods have touched, but the ones in our space, quote unquote, haven't touched it. We're going to talk about Satanism in hip-hop, satanic. This comes from the T.I. interview with Cee-Lo. Shout out to Cee-Lo. Shout out to Tip. Dive into that a little bit. And what else we got? We got another topic. Super's going to hit us with some new music. We got some new music. LaRussell, Bay Area's own LaRussell. I think Leroy's got some thoughts on that. And
I'm standing with LaRussell. I'm with the Yay area.
Also, if you noticed on IG, you've seen a lot of avatars being changed to a diamond, some ice. I think, a lot of, Johnny Manziel and a lot of different people in the game and hip hop have changed their avatar to the ice. That tells me one thing, that the Ice Man is near. So we're gonna talk about that shit today. I know Super don't want to talk about it, but I'm just giving you the algorithm and the people what they need. You know what I mean? So without further
Do they need him?
Let's jump into the topics. Let's talk about Jack Jermaine Harlow. So if you haven't been around for the last week or so, Jack Harlow has transitioned to R&B. A few years ago, he was popping. He had the Nail Tech song, I forgot the name of the joint. He had some songs percolating, from Louisville, Kentucky. He had a Drake co-sign. He had a Wayne co-sign. He was bubbling, you know what I'm saying? But the music, to keep it 1,000, it really didn't pop off like that. He had some songs that was popping in the club, but I don't think it took off. The trajectory didn't take off as they thought. He didn't become like a superstar. He had White Men Can't Jump on Hulu, the movie.
Jack Harlow?
Harlow did, but it didn't really pop. I mean, I remember seeing an Ebro interview on Hot 97. They was like, this is the last interview we're gonna get with Jack Harlow because he's out of here. He's gonna be like a rocket ship. I don't think it panned out like that for him.
I think he already left
in hip hop, but now he's back. Now he says he's gotten blacker now. He's studying the sound. So there's been a lot of conversations about cultural appropriation, about how white artists can have the ability to genre switch and genre flip. My thought before I let Leroy and then Super cook up, I think we've always seen this, right? We've always seen some element of this, right? Even from go back in the day with Blondie. I think if you go back to Madonna, she had some elements about that. You had Tina, you had Lisa Stansfield. You had people.
Look at the people you're naming.
Even if you go back to like the pop era, like Christina Aguilera took some of the sounds. You know what I'm saying? Britney Spears had the Neptunes do some of their music, so that she went from the pop world. So when she came with "I'm a Slave for You," she kind of came with the Neptunes beat. You know what I'm saying? And kind of dressing,
Are these people fire though?
Her makeup
you're
was
naming fire people.
Her makeup was a little darker. You know what I'm saying? You got Nelly Furtado did the joint when she hooked up with Timberland. You know what I'm saying? And she went from "I'm Like a Bird" to "Promiscuous Girl," and she had the Timberland beats. And then she was on the Miss Jade record, Ching Ching. Then you had, I remember being a kid watching the Apollo, right? And it'd be the same talented person, right? So the brother or the sister come out there and sing, our people start booing, you know what I'm saying? And saying, man, come do the dance, get them up out of here. Then it could be a white artist, you know, a white dude, or white, especially a white dude, a white female come sing the same exact song. Don't sound no different than who got booed off. And folks will be going crazy. So it's an element of the culture where we accept these type of things. Like Justin Timberlake, you know what I'm saying, came in the game like that. Even if you listen to country music. I heard I love country music. I'm in Nashville all the time. I love it. I heard that an argument somebody said that Morgan Wallen was a new hip hop star. Because if you listen to country music now, a lot of the elements, especially some of the newer country music, is taking like hip hop sounds and phrases that we say and incorporating that in their music. So I don't know if it's a cultural appropriation. I think it's an interesting thing to see. You know, you had Hall and Oates back in the day. You had Sting and the Police taking some of them sounds from our Jamaican brothers and incorporating their music. Again, it's a lot to unpack. I think it's interesting. The album was okay. You know what I mean? I don't have any negative things to say about it. It's just an interesting thing to witness. I've never seen somebody do it so blatantly and so open and honestly say, yo, this is what I'm doing. I'm swagger jacking black people. I'm genre switching, you know what I'm saying? It's a very interesting conversation. So with that being said, I'll turn it over to Leroy and then I'll turn it over to Super Duper. What do y'all think about the Jack Harlow switch from hip hop to R&B and him
Okay.
becoming blacker?
Okay, so when you talk about, people like Blondie, Madonna, these people they lived in New York City. So it could be kind of hard to escape blackness if you living in New York City. Do you feel what I'm saying? Now, I can't see myself. Hold on. But in songwriting, right? From a songwriting perspective, how do you write a song without dipping your pen in ink in black ink? It's metaphorically speaking, it's just not possible. The style of songwriting is us already. So as soon as you start songwriting, you already in blackness from the jump. That's just the difference between pop music and rap music. I don't know what the difference is. Now people are gonna say that's crazy. We know what the difference is, but I'm talking about in songwriting form and cadences. I don't know what the difference is. When someone like a Jack Harlow, if you look up First Class, he's gone. He already did it. He already did what he's supposed to do. That one song, he's out of here. You don't need a, you don't need a whole. You don't need to do 10 years to be successful in rap. You need a hit song, and you're out of here. That's it. He could leave today, and it doesn't make a difference. He's successful for life. You need a hit song, not 10 years. So, but in the songwriting itself, you already in blackness. Now with his album, I'm a song person first. First, everybody was on his head. I'm only care about the music. I appreciate the music. Sorry. I appreciate the song. The single, the first single he had, where he's walking a young lady down the street. Sorry. I appreciate the music. I don't care what color this person is. I just don't, man. Because to me, respectfully, I think they grow up right across the street from us. If you black and you live on this street, right across the street is a white dude right there. He went to the same kindergarten. He went to the same elementary, grade school, high school, college. He watched the same movies. He listened to the same albums. Y'all discussed the same rappers. So I don't see what the difference is for me. You know what I mean? Now everyone else I understand, but gatekeeping can also become a fence. You gatekeep so hard that it's a fence now that you can't get out. So that's what I see here. As far as the music itself, I appreciate it. I think that had we been focusing on our own skills, we wouldn't be so upset about Jack Harlow, because we would have been talking about Gnarls Barkley, Bruno Mars, Jill Scott, and other people. But we got our antennas up focusing on the outside of the gate. We talking about what Jack Harlow did. Shit, honestly, I would not be surprised if by the end of the year Jack Harlow put the attention on soul music more so than our artists did, black artists. You know what I mean? I would not be surprised. I'm sorry, man. I know this is a different opinion than what's out there, but I'm just being technical with you, right? If you're an artist, You're gonna have to listen to black artists if you want to develop style, because where are you gonna get style from then? Like where? Who? How? Everyone you look up to studies black artists. Everybody, 100%. So where you gonna go? That's it. You know.
Super. What you got?
I'm
What's
a
your thoughts on that, bro?
I'm gonna start. I mean, for me, I got two whole different topics than the main subject that people have been talking about on this subject. I mean, for one, I mean, I think it's this was obvious. I mean, when we first heard the song, Leroy, you my witness. When I first heard the song, I'm like, yeah, the song is pretty dope to me. I thought the song it sounded pretty decent. He sound cool, vibing over the track. It's fine. But the first thing I said was, they're gonna kick his back in for all of a sudden turning into John B. It was obvious what the internet was gonna do. And I think that I'm gonna shoot him a little bell. I think we having a little bit of selective outrage at the moment with what he said. If we really want to be mad at anybody about him saying, I got blacker, I got blacker, I got blacker, if you want to be really mad at him saying that he got blacker, I mean, you got to be mad at the interviewers, because they was basically setting him up. They was basically saying what he just said. He was basically like, get to the fucking point. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna shoot Jack Harlow a little bell where, like, he was basically completing their sentence by saying that he got blacker, because that's basically what they was inferring. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna shoot him a little bit of bail for that. On another level, so this is my issue, or this is my whole um issue with the topic. It's fine that, I had no problem with him switching genres. That's what a lot of white artists have, the luxury of being able to jump into hip hop and go into country. Like, this is what they was basically talking about in the interview: go into country, go back into rock and roll, go into jazz, make neo soul if they should feel. You know what I mean? They get that luxury, and most of the time, we might call them a culture vulture or whatever, but they don't get very much pushback, especially even from our fan base. We get over it. If they make a dope song, we just allow it. When Miley Cyrus did her genre switch when she was making songs with Juicy J and they was bumping, we was all right with it. We was like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? We didn't kick her back in too hard. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe the her country audience might have done it, but we really wasn't too cool with it. If the music was dope, we let it ride. But for this instance, I mean, you really got to look at, like, the past artists that have been black and have tried the genre switch, and how much pushback they have gotten. You know what I mean? I mean, I think that they gonna gatekeep the shit that we created anyway. If they gonna gatekeep country, and they gonna gatekeep against somebody like a Beyonce with the the legacy
The
of
country guy.
somebody with Beyonce, they should be damn near honored that she wanted to do a country album, versus giving her pushback and telling her that she should have came and hung out on Nashville and came and talked with the people and went about it like she was some newbie to the music industry or something. It's Beyonce, and she wanted to do
He's been out like
country
30
music.
years.
Right. But the pushback and how they acted a fit about it, you know what I mean? Even with how they act a fit about Shabuzi and, Lil X. You know what I mean? Like, I think that it is something that we should be looking at, like, as a community of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, this is where gatekeeping is important. You know what I mean? I think that we should be gatekeeping with this shit. And as far as, like, questioning people's authenticity and things like that. I think that like Jack Harlow, like I said, I thought the song was dope. The album is smooth, it's mellow enough to listen to. It ain't like it's bad. It's not that bad to me, to be honest with you. It's cool, whatever. But like I said, the bigger picture is that black artists don't get the luxury to genre switch like that. And I think that that's really what we should be really talking about.
So I'm gonna push back a little bit, because I think when we say genre switch, we are the originators, I would say, of mostly all genres.
Of
So
course.
it's
Right.
really not genre switching.
Exactly.
I think when it comes to Lil Nas X, I think they saw Lil Nas X to be somebody like a weirdo and was kind of on some weird stuff, and they didn't want that.
Not at the time, though, Ron.
He had his one song. He
they
At the
did.
time, he was on Sesame Street. He was just a regular dude. He wasn't out the closet or whatever. He was just a regular guy.
Okay. Shabuzi, I think Shabuzi get love. You know what I'm saying? Shabuzi get love, and from the circles I be seeing in Nashville, he get love. I think I really
I
let's
think it's
look
us.
let's look at Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker didn't get no pushback. You know, when he came on the scene back in the 90s with Hootie and the Blowfish, again, a genre that, you know, black people created, he didn't get no pushback. He was embraced. Then he went to country music. He had some
Yeah,
big
but he started there. We're not gonna give him no pushback for being somebody that already. Darius Ruckers came out
He
as that.
started that.
He didn't jump in as hip hop and then jump out. He didn't use hip hop as a stepping stone.
Post Malone is an example.
Right. Post Malone.
Post
We can go.
Malone came out with White
It's
Iverson.
plenty examples of these guys. But how many successful examples of black artists can you even say, or artists that was black that done this and didn't get pushback?
Give me an example.
But were we giving pushback when
Who got pushback? And I can tell you, if we talking about Beyonce, Beyonce got pushback again. Y'all don't want to hear what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell my brothers. I know the city. I know the music.
bro.
I know the music industry. I know people that's in the music industry. I know people that manage.
Ron, it's
Beyonce. Like, she's already Beyonce.
She did not go to Nashville and ingratiate herself in the city.
So where is the hip hop? Where's the hip hop version of what you talking about, the Nashville guy?
I mean, it would be the same. It'll be the
Ain't
same.
that gatekeeping? That's gatekeeping, right? Right. That's all right.
How can you gatekeep Beyonce?
We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. Who?
Listen, if they had the nerve to gatekeep Beyonce, right? So if we want to gatekeep somebody like Jack Harlow, that's fine.
That's fine.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Right.
We not disagreeing.
It's nothing wrong with it. I think the internet, he deserved to get cooked to a certain degree, but at the same time, like, it's a lot of. I'm gonna get into this. It sounds
like hate more so than gatekeeping.
It sounds like selective outrage, and I think that's.
Bro.
I'm gonna get to that with LaRussell too. It's a lot of selective outrage.
Really, what's the difference between
it sounds like
Jack Harlow and a Justin Timberlake? What's the difference?
When we're naming all these people, we're naming talented people. That's the problem. If we were naming people that were trash, if Beyonce was a trash artist, then it would make sense what you're saying. But if we're naming, if Justin Timberlake was a trash artist, Timberlake, it would make sense what you're saying. But
Justin Timberlake always made R&B. He always made R&B too.
We're naming people with talent. The thing about Beyonce is she was a global icon. So it made no sense. She probably sold out arenas in Nashville. She probably has been to Nashville probably 30 times in her life.
Listen, I totally
it made absolutely no sense for a global icon. Let's say I don't know who you want to call a global icon now, but if they come to your city, it makes more sense to just invite them. Because that's a global icon. You see what I'm saying? But and again though, man, this is where gatekeeping becomes offense. Because if I'm a rapper and I want to sing, I'm gonna get a bunch of pushback saying it's not hip hop. If I'm a rapper and I want to make house music and I want to make electronic music and I want to make pop music, I'm gonna get a bunch of pushback from hip hop. Telling me that I'm not hip hop because I want to make house music.
It's like Eminem making a dance hall record, going to Jamaican.
Bro, how you gonna tell me I'm not hip hop?
You can't. I mean, and it's like Eminem making a dance hall record, speaking in patois, never going to Jamaica.
Why can't he do that? Why can't he do that?
Because it doesn't. It's offensive. It's offensive.
It's offensive for Eminem to make dance music. Why?
I said dance hall music. I'm saying making Jamaican.
But he's not gonna turn Jamaican, bro. But he's not gonna turn Jamaican.
That's a terrible analogy because it's not the same.
but it would not be offensive.
I want to retract. I want to retract it on the record. That's a terrible analogy because Beyonce.
It's not offensive to just make music.
I want to clarify my statement before people kick my back in. I'm not saying that.
No, there ain't nobody.
Let me be real specific on what I'm saying. Beyonce's from Texas, Houston, Texas. Black music is country music. Country music.
She is from Texas.
Started by black people. Right. That's in her DNA. They got the rodeo in Texas. I'm not saying Beyonce's not country. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
she is the walking embodiment of country.
I'm saying is the music business in Nashville, and the producers, the writers is very small.
They're not bigger than Beyonce.
It's like Post Malone. Post Malone did a country album. He was treated differently. He got tattoos on his face. He was treated differently because he moved to Nashville. And
who cares?
But he ain't
Beyonce for one, and this is Beyonce. Who's the listen? What gives Nashville the right to tell Beyonce she got to walk down the yellow brick road and kiss the ring and come meet the wizard?
I'm not
and
saying that.
like that's what I'm
Meet the
saying. So
wizard.
like, what is we talking about, man? Like, what is you saying? Like,
It's like
you putting country music on such a high pedestal. Like, yeah, well, you got to come and you got to go to the people first, and you got to go to the city and come
Every
to the
city feels like
Nashville.
that.
You got to go to Nashville.
if I want to politic in Milwaukee, right? I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm gonna make my album called Milwaukee, and I'm gonna start naming some streets in Milwaukee. I ain't never been to Milwaukee.
She didn't do that.
You wouldn't give me
Is that what she did? I don't think that's what she did. She didn't make a country album about Nashville.
You'd be like, who the hell is this dude, and why he's speaking on? Again, I can't.
If I go to Milwaukee and I say, look,
I'm sounding crazy trying to
I
explain
want
this shit, man.
I want to make a certain kind of song, but I'm not dissing y'all. I got love for y'all. Then why would they diss me? Like, if I'm not dissing. I'm telling y'all I got
Man,
love
look,
for
we
y'all.
got it, and
Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
this is
we
a
know
bigger
that
problem
Beyonce
too.
is not she doesn't hate people. She's not throwing around disses. Like, she's got love. Like, we know that.
Y'all gotta understand. I'm sure y'all seen these videos on like online where it's like they do like this Chinese American Idol and these people wear blackface and these Chinese people wear blackface and they rap and they look like Snoop Dogg or Drake or whatever, and they have contests and it's like this. They put this shit on TV, right? This is basically the same thing. I think the Chinese people is looking at it like, well, shit, they let the white people do this shit. Like, why we can't do it? They let them do it over there, and they can do it. How come we can't do it? It's basically
But there is an element though.
On another level. What Jack Harlow attempted to do is equal to what they do on those videos over there in China.
But there is an element in China though where they literally grew up listening to hip hop though.
Yeah, but I don't think you've seen these videos that I'm talking about.
The
I'm
one
talking
you
about
said,
But understand,
the
in
K-pop
China,
joints.
you're gonna
no,
find
not the K-pop ones. I'm talking about the ones where they dressing up in blackface and they rapping. It's like American Idol where they dressing up like black people. They wearing blackface. They doing this the whole nine. Like they
the
find
blackface. The blackface thing is disrespectful. However, there are artists out there that look like us, dress like us, talk like us, and they're not dissing. They literally grew up listening to hip hop. Like that is them. Like, yes, they're Chinese, but they literally grew up on hip hop, and they're not dissing. So
either way,
when
like
we
I
make
said,
a blanket thing, we're also outcasting people that are not dissing.
I'm not outcasting anything. Where I'm outcasting mimicry. And like I said, if you offended by that over there, if you offended by those videos, then you should be offended by why a lot of this. Why do we let a lot of these white people get away with exactly what these Chinese people was doing over there in them videos? It's exactly the same thing. It's
Jack
just
Harlow went to college in Atlanta. So if you're in Atlanta, what am I supposed to pick up? He's from Kentucky. How far is Kentucky from hip hop? Do they have hip hop in Kentucky? I don't know.
Nappy Roots is from Kentucky.
So he's from places where hip hop is probably present. And so it's not like he's reaching very far. I understand the gatekeeping theory, but it becomes where somebody who authentic comes through and then they get shut down, but they were authentic though. That's the danger in doing that.
Like you were saying in your statement, Ron. I mean, black people is always happy to see white people dance. And happy to see a white boy that can sing and got a little bit of rhythm. As soon as you see somebody at the wedding, as soon as you see a white man at the wedding dancing on the beat or doing the step or doing the line dance, people pulling out their phones and he going viral because he's white and he can stay on beat. You know what I mean?
That's essentially what I gave.
Same thing.
That's essentially what I gave Jack Harlow credit for his album doing. But again, as someone who's trained in songwriting, even though I have no hit record or nothing like that, I'm not submitting them either, not submitting stuff. But as a songwriter, I gave him credit for having good melodies, for having good vocal delivery, for having good instrumentation and hook writing. I did give him credit for that because as a songwriter, I don't have a choice. I'm not gonna lie. Because, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying it's the best album. People have to like it. Whoa, that's not what I'm saying. If you don't like it, you do not have to like it. I'm saying to my ears specifically. I'm just hearing songwriting techniques that qualify.
before you go, Sue, I want to say this. I think it's though a little bit. I guess where I'm coming from with it, I think it's a little bit problematic. I guess that's the word I'm trying to use. That Jack Harlow's afforded to make this type of music. You know what I'm saying? And we don't see a lot of black artists being afforded the ability or the platform.
Do they try? Do
You
they
just
try?
took my next point. That's
I
what I
don't-
was just
I
about to say.
don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got artists like Adele making her type of music that Adele makes. You know what I'm saying? You had a Josh Stone before. You know what I'm saying? You got artists able to even when you look
That's
at
pop
hip
music.
hop. You know, some of the lyrics of Eminem and Mac Miller and all of a sudden we don't get a logic. You know, we don't get the ability to express ourselves the way our forefathers in this game expressed.
Why not?
And we celebrating somebody that's really taking back what we did at the basics of our core.
Who's stopping us from making whatever we want?
Like some type of new thing. It ain't nothing new, a great thing. It's what we've been doing, but we started.
Who's stopping us?
The record label started pushing out hip hop, R&B that sounded like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to. I'm not. You know, I think R. Kelly kind of paved the way for that a little bit, and then you had Marcus Houston, and you had those sounds.
Nobody's stopping us, bro.
And the R&B cast started dressing like hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? Talk about taking your chick, and I think that happened like the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the hip hop R&B artists. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop started incorporating singing in their records. So now that somebody's taking something back to the basics, you know what I'm saying? We celebrate like this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. We've been doing that until the record labels were.
We have not been doing that.
Yes, we have.
We have not.
What
rappers have soul albums out right now?
Ron.
We have not been doing that.
We was reading each other's mind at that moment because that's my second point.
Songs.
That's my second problem with this whole thing with Jack Harlow.
That's cat, bro.
Because when is the last time you seen a black neo soul artist push? Leroy, you said it yourself. Cee-Lo Green just dropped a soul album. Jill Scott just dropped the soul album. The industry ain't pushed that. When the last time you even heard a neo soul album?
Whose fault is that?
That's the industry's fault. They don't allow black. They haven't been allowing.
Who's stopping black people?
They have been killing R&B and then allowing these other people to come back and do it. They killed R&B and then allowed it. They killed R&B. They killed R&B and then allowed Adele to come back to do it.
It's other people.
They do this every time. So like black artists can't get off doing black art.
What if Jack spent his own money?
And then as soon as they find a white artist that can sing like a black artist, then they'll push them to the forefront.
What if Jack spent his own money on himself to promote himself? What if he did that? Then what are we gonna say?
We know he didn't. He's part of the industry.
But could he afford his own video?
We're not playing what if. What if they promoted? They don't even promote Erykah Badu albums no more. They act like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott don't even exist no more right now.
Well,
they act like it's a couple of other guys. I mean, you got
ourselves, and we do.
You got guys like Sir. You don't even hear Sir on the radio, but we talk about Jack Harlow making neo soul. We don't hear about half of the people that really make neo soul. The industries.
It's clearly
an attempt at replacement. This is a clear attempt at replacement.
If an artist wants to do what they do, they can't keep blaming the industry. You can do whatever you want to do.
If the industry is not promoting neo soul, why would they all of a sudden start promote neo soul when Jack Harlow want to do it?
But you could have promoted yourself. You could have done that. Every artist, you could have done that. I'm sorry, I get the argument, but we are not making soul records. That is cap. We have a few that have been making soul records, but the majority. I've been reviewing rap albums.
It's a lot of people still making soul albums.
I've been reviewing rap albums for years now. You guys are not making soul records, bro. I'm sorry. Rappers specifically. I've been reviewing your albums.
We're not talking about rappers.
I know you're not making. No,
we're not talking about rappers.
Rappers.
I'm not talking about rappers. I'm talking about. No, because Jack Harlow made a neo soul album. It's not a lyric on there. There's no bars on there. He's not rapping.
Not making soul music.
He's not rapping. He's not even attempting to rap. He's not being a hip hop artist.
He is a rapper.
regardless, Leroy, I think you're missing my point.
The rappers are not making soul.
We don't need the
I'm
rappers
checking
to.
for it.
We don't need the rappers to do what the R&B singers can already do.
But
We already got neo soul
we
artists
do
that don't
though.
get no
We do
publicity.
though. Even
And
if you're
they
not
sing and they
singing,
can do it
you're
way
not
better than Jack Harlow.
rappers. You are not making love songs. I've been listening for
Anderson
them, and
.Paak
you're
barely
not
get a
making
push.
them. You are not making them. Rappers, you are not.
Get out
You
of
are
here, man.
not spinning your.
Why are you asking rappers to make neo soul?
Because you cannot complain about what somebody
The
else is
neo
making
soul artists
when
can't
you
even
are
make it.
not willing to make it yourself.
I don't know what they're willing to make. I just think
but they're not.
I know that we already have neo soul artists making neo soul, and they get no push from the industry. And then now Jack Harlow makes a neo soul album, and they acting like he damn near reinvented or tried to put the genre on the map or something. Like all of a sudden, he created a new lane or some shit like that. That's what was going to be the next topic if we didn't kick his fucking back end for naming this album "My Nigga" and all that. Anyway, if he didn't get his back kicked in,
promotion behind his music,
they would have been acting like he created some whole new genre out of nowhere, or he's the father of neo soul. They would have relabeled this if it would have went down the way they wanted to go down.
Bruno Mars put no promotion behind his new album, right? None. Whose fault is that?
Bruno Mars gets plenty promotion.
No, Bruno Mars put no promotion behind his new album.
Bruno Mars gets plenty promotion, man. He gonna be on a TV show. He gonna be on a late night show performing. He gonna be at a festival. He gets plenty promotion.
Hold on though, because you're just breezing by my point.
You breezing by my point. You're not even really talking about what I'm saying.
I know what promotion is. And Bruno Mars did not do promotion for his new album. He did a performance. But he did not. You do not see him you do not see him all over these different platforms. You do not see his promotional videos popping up when you're searching.
You see him on Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel. You see him on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon.
Jill Scott. She did not do promotion for her album. Gnarls Barkley. They did not do promotion for their album. So again, though, and even if the reason why they didn't do promotion is because they don't have to. They don't have to promote themselves. Bruno Mars never has to promote himself because what difference does it make if he says nothing? Because he's already Bruno Mars. Do you feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is a lot of our main artists, they already him. Jill Scott is already her. She needs no promotion. Gnarls Barkley, Cee-Lo is him. He needs no promotion. He's already him. So, I'm talking about rappers because in this space we judge rappers. If we were judging R&B singers, I'd have a different approach. But we judge rappers, and no, rappers, you are not making what Jack Harlow just made. So, but you're upset about it, but you didn't make it. And the default is the industry. It's always the default, the industry. Well, who in the industry exactly? We're not gonna know. But it's just the industry. All of y'all got microphones. You got YouTube access. You got money in the bank. Them is the three things that the industry uses. Them is the three things: the studio, the YouTube, and money in the bank. That's how they promote. Rappers, y'all got that. You got $100,000 chains on, but you ain't got no promotion. Come on, man. It's like I understand the concept of what's going on, but nobody's stopping these rappers from making house music. Nobody's stopping these rappers from making R&B music, rock music. Y'all could go in the studio today and make that and promote that yourself. But y'all don't want to do that because you know it'll be pushback from in the house. The call is going to come from in the house. We push back ourselves. It ain't the industry. It's us doing that. The call is coming from in the house. The industry don't care. The industry only cares about what makes money, honestly.
Well,
that's all they care about.
Well, we got to move to the next topic, guys. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this conversation. Should there be gatekeeping in R&B and hip hop? Is Jack Harlow's Monica album dope? Did you like it? What do you think about this? Is this par for the course, or do we have an issue where other artists are able to make music that our artists can't make anymore within our communities? But that's a good conversation, guys. Let's segue to something that Super wanted to speak about. LaRussell. LaRussell's been in the headlines. He has a record called Heaven Sent, and he said some things on there that got people in an uproar. I think he referenced Jeffrey Epstein, President Trump. I think he Hitler. I don't know what he did on the record. I didn't really get a chance to unpack and listen to the record. But it's been going crazy.
Nobody listened to the actual song.
I didn't. I'm not going to comment on it. So I'm going to turn it over to you
It's not
guys.
just you. Nobody.
I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm not going to be one of these people on the internet just commenting and clicking when I didn't hear the record. So I have no feelings about it. I just want to bring it up and facilitate the conversation between you and Super. Super, I'm gonna throw it to you because I think you wanted to bring it up. There was a point that you wanted to connect to the Jack Harlow situation about fake outrage. Then Leroy, you close us out on this topic. Super, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, you know, I'm a LaRussell fan. I think I might have been one of the first people in the pod space to even talk about LaRussell like that and bring him up and kind of give him a little love. So I'm a LaRussell fan to a certain degree. And I respect I respect his good company movement. I respect his independence. And I respect what he rap about. I respect his positivity to a certain degree. And this is one of these moments where right now I think that I think it's a lot of fake outrage going on about what he said. I think everybody with common sense know exactly what he meant, even though it was Mr. Rogerish, corny as hell. Like, it was corny and unnecessary for him to be, I would say, and this is what I mean by virtue signaling. Trying to push off. We know you a good guy, LaRussell. You ain't got to be this goddamn good. We know you a humble dude. We know you a good guy. We know what you stand for, man. But this is an example of virtue signaling going wrong. Going too far with trying to be the humble, nice guy. This is going too far. You know what I'm saying? And it just was unnecessary. But at the same time, it's a lot of fake outrage out here on the internet, man. Hip hop in general, man. I just like this. I hate the fans, bro. I really do. I hate how slow everybody is and overreactive everybody is, and how everybody just can't wait to jump on somebody's shit and kick somebody back in or act like they don't understand. When we getting this slow, like, you can say that the song is whack. It was a Mr. Rogers moment, and that's what it sounded like. It sounded like a Mr. Rogers song for real, and it was corny. We could have just kept it at that. But for y'all to be acting like he was trying to show love to these motherfuckers, come on, y'all, stop it. Like, that's fake outrage, and I think it's super selective and it's corny as hell. Like, we got to stop playing like this. That's an internet game right here. Like, are we making stuff just for content? Are we talking about this and being selective just to be talking about this, or are we really mad at this dude? I mean, I see videos, people talking about his career over and he done and all that over because of what he said. I mean, I like his response too. I think his response was legit. Like, man, I do shit in real life, man. Like, I'm serious. I mean, I get his response, but LaRussell, you ain't gotta be this damn nice, bro. You ain't gotta be virtue signaling this hard, is what I'm gonna say. This is an example of virtue signaling gone wrong, and that's it. That's what I got to say about it.
Well, me, I got love for hip hop. I got love for the culture. I got love for everything. But I am the opposite of y'all. I am not y'all. And that's my whole thing is, I don't think a lot of what y'all doing, I don't think it's cool. A lot of the signals y'all sending, I think have no virtue in it at all. So we're gonna get on his virtue, but y'all ain't got no virtue in your signals. None of y'all send 100 signals, and it's no virtue at all. So I am the complete opposite of y'all, as far as like what a lot of hip hop is. And if we want to go bars and all that, I'm prepared for that. So, but I'm with LaRussell. Now I'm biased. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm with LaRussell no matter what he do. Now people could say, "Oh, well, that's that you're standing or whatever y'all phrase y'all want to use, right?" But when it comes down to it, right? If y'all want to say his career is over, you can say whatever you got to say. If y'all don't like his music, you can say whatever you got to say. Overall, what he represents to me is bigger than your arguments about whatever he's meaning in this new clip that y'all talking about. You see what I'm saying? So yes, it was put very weirdly and wrong. I wouldn't have said that, but if that is, he done already said it. I know what he kind of meant though, and that's the separation
We all do, and that's the point.
between
That's what I'm
me.
really saying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But that's the separation between me and the rest of the people out there in the space. You're at you. Take this out of the situation. anytime a message goes up that y'all don't like, you understand really what the essence of the message is, but then you stay harping on the delivery of the message and you disagreeing with the delivery. I could disagree with the delivery. You're never going to catch me agreeing with the delivery there in that example, but I understand the essence of what he was saying. And see us in a lot of our conversations in hip-hop, not us three, but in the pod space, we got to get to, well, what does he really mean though? And when we, not just LaRussell, but with all the rappers that we're judging, what does this guy really mean? And when we get there, we gonna start having some real conversations because we know what these rappers mean really, but we always up here on the surface, and we rarely go below to see what they mean when what they mean. I'm not here to litigate that part because the man done already said it, and everybody has the right to feel the way he want to feel, but I'm rocking with little dude, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
it is.
I want to give you some advice too right now, man. Cut that humble elementary school shit for a little minute, man. It's time to rap, man. Show these people that you can rap.
I
Like
don't
I said,
want that.
I'm a fan of LaRussell.
I don't want that.
I know his catalog a little bit. He got some flavor. He can rap, and he don't have to keep making these songs with the children dancing and getting crump. We know that's what you represent, but now this is one of the moments that you got to show these folks that you ain't no joke. You know what I mean? Like, and you ain't like just a cornball or you just a guy playing an internet role. Because now they're accusing you of going for shock bait and trying to go for internet clout and trying to make statements. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's trying to show these people you can really rap for real. And like I said, that's me as a fan to you. No hate involved. It's time to show these people that you can do more than make elementary school kids dance and make
Even the
movie
rap,
videos and shit.
They not gonna respect the real rapping when he does it. Cause who do we respect doing that? There are other real rappers we don't respect that. We don't
I
respect.
got somebody for
We
you, Leroy. I got somebody
don't
for you,
respect.
Leroy. Perfect segue. You set me up. You set
If
me
y'all
up.
want to go bars to the Bay Area,
Hey,
come to me.
hey,
Come to me.
come to Leroy for the bars in the Bay. But Leroy, you set me up for the next topic.
Yeah.
Perfect setup.
Mm,
So Rock Nation, LaRussell.
mm.
News broke this week that the return of the waters have parted. The horns are blaring.
Right.
Uh, the waters are still.
The red
Jay-Z,
carpet is rolling out.
Jay-Z is back outside. He is going to be headlining the Roots picnic in end of
Right.
May, and he's announced he's got the 30th anniversary show at at New York Yankee Stadium.
Yankee Stadium.
And then you got the 25th anniversary of the Blueprint the next night at Yankee Stadium. Now it's interesting. I don't even want to. I'm not going to play the clip because I don't want to do that. But there were rumblings a week ago. I think DJ Academic said, this is going to be. He thought it was going to be Barclays. He said this is what's going to happen. He said I'm hearing that there's going to be a big Jay-Z activation because his name's been mentioned in these particular files, and this is going to be an experiment to see if they can just make the conversation go away. And he said it on his show that they're going to roll out Jay-Z. He's going to do some anniversary shows, and this is going to be a dry run to see how they can make certain conversations just go away in the media. I don't know if that's true or not, but
He's not in the files.
2
He's
weeks later,
mentioned.
two
That's
weeks
not. That's
later,
not.
2 weeks later, and now we got the Yankee Stadium shows. We got the Roots Picnic show. I think it's dope. I think I might go to Philly to see the Roots Picnic joint. I'm gonna go check it out. Because we don't know we're gonna have
You
opportunity.
already put smut on his name.
Hey, what you say? Hey, Ron said World War III and a tour from Jay-Z. Shout out to the Epstein files.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, again, listen.
No, nobody's serious about the Epstein files because
No,
the seriousness been there.
again.
And the conversation is LaRussell and Jay-Z.
And
That's
until somebody gets arrested, ain't no
y'all don't want nobody to get arrested. Y'all don't want nobody to get arrested.
So I'm going.
Hey, this one of them topics I'm not safe to talk about on the internet.
Most of y'all are doing what's
I have
in the
Homeland
Epstein
Security kicking in my door.
I'll frame the conversation like this: are you excited to see Jay-Z back outside? Number one, that's part one of the question. Part two of the question: which show would you want to check out? The Roots Picnic show, the Reasonable Doubt show, 30th anniversary, or the Blueprint 25th? And do you think before the end of the year Jay-Z will put out another album. I'll let Super go first, and then Leroy, you can close this out. Super, what say you? The safe conversation that you want to have about this topic.
I mean, no, shout out to Jay-Z, man. I mean, it's always cool for him to get out get out and show the fans some love. It's like I said, it's an odd moment, odd time, but it's never a bad time for him to come out and do something. So shout out to Jay-Z, man. I would rather, if you to answer your question, give me the Reasonable Doubt. Give me the Reasonable Doubt show. I think that's the one that I would enjoy the most. So that's the Jay that I enjoy the most. But shout out to Jay, man. I mean, like I said, I don't want to. This ain't nothing for me to. It's no time to talk negative about Jay-Z. I mean, it is what it is. They announcing the tour. Hopefully I can go to one if possible, but most likely I won't be able to, especially around that time of year. But I mean, what can we say, man? I mean, hopefully it's an album that's coming, at least a 6-7 song LP or something like that to go with the tour, or something that's reactive to the tour or something like that. It's a lot that you can always hate in the movements that Jay-Z is making, and you know what I mean? Like, why is he doing it at Yankee Stadium? It's a lot of things that you could always talk about, but right now, let's just give him the moment and just let him have it. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas got PhDs in hating. Like, niggas are the
greatest.
It's always something you can talk about, man.
Leroy, before you go, is asking
greatest haters is us.
Asking questions the same as I don't think it's synonymous with hate.
It's hating.
Asking questions. Making
you're just hating.
So if I make
you don't stand on it.
I make a keen
first of all, this
let the man have his moment.
Leroy, you're gonna have the whole floor. I just want to ask a question. Making a keen observation
is hating.
Using deductive reasoning, using logic. That's hating. Oh, come on.
Yeah, because y'all don't be using real logic. When y'all not you personally or not anybody.
Come on.
No, when we talk about certain things, the reason why it doesn't go further is because a lot of y'all doing what are in them files in real life. Pull up a lot of y'all are doing that shit. That's why you did so that's why you're not so concerned, because a lot of y'all are what are them type of people. Pull up your neighborhood, pull up the research, look at the red dots on the map. A lot of y'all are those people. That's why you're not tripping. You know what I mean? But but it is what it is. Now, if someone is in there, what y'all gonna do about it? If Jay-Z come outside and standing in front of your face, what you gonna do? Okay. So it's like, but I'll leave it there. But that's the real reason why we not seeing no arrest, because y'all are the criminals that are doing it. Like y'all are the criminals.
I don't know what Leroy talking about.
Don't think I don't know. Everybody, pull up your city, do the research on your own city. I'll leave it there.
I've never seen somebody shoot somebody so much bail in my life.
You're right next door to the person doing the same exact thing, but you ain't did nothing about the dude next door. Dude, y'all got your own family members doing shit to your own family members. Y'all ain't check your family member not once yet. So please cut it out. Cut it out.
Go ahead.
But Jay, I'm happy to see Jay come out. I think Jay is the GOAT. You know what I mean? I'm into rapping. My thing is I'm into rapping. That the thing that people have forgot about in a lot of these conversations. That's why I say he's the GOAT, is for rapping. Now, we don't have to agree with all his moves, because there's always talk about his moves, right? But if you look at moves, it starts with ownership, right? He was a co-founder of his own intellectual property, of his own label. It starts there. Shouldn't that be a good move? Now, if you trace his moves after that, they appear to be solid, good moves. Now, if you have the same deals on the table that he generated for himself, are the people telling me you would not sign those deals? Is that what we're doing here? So it's like, we gotta be real, and a lot of it is it sounds like hate a lot of times, you know what I mean? But I'm glad Jay is coming out. If he comes out with new music, I think it's important. He had on a shirt that said "The game needs me." I believe the game does need Jay-Z.
Should have never left.
It's not just Jay-Z, but there are multiple artists. There are multiple artists that the game needs. And what I mean by need is, when we talk about messaging again, they have messages that stick because there's something there, versus music where there's no message that sticks. I just heard a Young Thug song and I liked it. I liked the song, but there was no message there for me to grasp on a life message. There was nothing there. So with Jay-Z, when you get through all the fluff of I'm so rich and my wife is Beyonce, there's also life messaging there, and we need that. And so I'm happy if he comes back outside, man. You
Hey,
know what
I've seen Jay-Z and Beyonce on the Run tour, and it's a moment. It's always dope as hell to see Jay outside and performing. You never know how many of these performances we're gonna get left out of Jay. But I I gotta say it, man, because I gotta bring it up. It's just I always Jay only moved for selfish reasons, and it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the timing is always weird. It's just always just something going on. Like he ain't doing this for no reason, and we all know that. So it's either an album coming, or like I said, this is some type of way to get back in the good graces and to get into like to get people to saying Jay-Z again, because it's been a lot of people kicking his back in on different angles as far as Nicki Minaj, all the Rock Nation rumors, all the things they've been tied to, Tory Lanez. It's been a lot. It's a whole lot, like for real. And like I said, we ain't got to go there, and I'm not gonna play.
Yeah, if you ain't got no haters,
I'm not gonna even play internet detective of who lying, who telling the truth, or anything, because I don't know. So it's not, that's why I don't want to make that the point. It's smart, and it's time for him to bring his ass back outside. I mean, people have been mad at him since Hip Hop 50, and probably a little bit before then, since the title sale, and it's a lot going on.
If people not mad at you, you not really working.
He do need really something to get out here and feed his fan base, feed the fans, and show him why he Jay-Z again.
And this might be the last time we see it. Like,
right.
Again, my man's 58, 57 years old. I mean, how much longer does he have left to be in the moment right here?
I mean, it's mental though. It's mental. He could keep doing it.
And again, I don't know. I think, I'm not a person that did dislike 444. I thought 444 was dope. To me, you know what I'm saying? I thought it wasn't as bad as what people said it was. I thought it was a solid album. I didn't think the Carter's album was that good. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was kind of mid.
I enjoyed it.
It had some good moments on it. I saw the on the run tour. The on the run tour that how they executed was really dope. I saw the Jay-Z and Friends tour when he had Mary J. Blige come out, and he would have different artists coming out. He brought Jeezy out, and he brought Ross out. I saw the Hard Knock Life tour, so I'm a big, I'm a Jay guy. You know what I'm saying? But
last thing he did was him and Jay Electronica.
I was gonna say, this probably being one of those last Jay tours. If you get the chance to, I can't hear you, Leroy.
Oh no, I'm done. Go ahead.
If you get the chance to go to this one, I mean, this is gonna be one of those hell of a concerts. You're gonna see. I mean, he gonna probably bring out Cameron, Nas, everybody, Mary J. It's gonna probably be the concert of concerts. You can guarantee that Jay gonna perform, and he gonna show his ass to give everybody that memory.
You sold me. I'm gonna try to go to the Philadelphia show, and I'm gonna go to the Blueprint show. I'm gonna do that because I think he might bring out John Mayer.
Man, it's gonna,
you know what I'm saying? For you don't know, you know what I mean?
Man, it's gonna be Beans there. It's gonna be Freeway.
Maybe we can all go, man. Let's look what the tickets look like. We can do the pod. We can do a rap round table, a show. You know what I'm saying? With them,
I wouldn't even be surprised if at the end of the show he bring out Dame and Dame raise his hand up or something just for the
never. They will never be reconciliation.
But look. If Jay, just imagine if Jay and Dame did make up, like what that would do for so many people and so much hatred that the fans got towards Jay.
Him and Ye. If him and Ye
would be damn near a do-over, right? If him and Ye or somebody came out, that would give Jay-Z a whole do-over if him and Dame made up and what. Even if they ain't make up, just a shaking of hands or just to be like, you know what? Shout out to Dame, man. I got love for him. Blah, 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 come out and Dame come out and they throw up the peace sign and they walk off the stage like
once somebody disrespects you,
they never talk again, but it would just be a dope ass moment.
Well, before you go, Leroy, my question is how it's going to be kind of, Jay-Z's aesthetic now is different. You know what I'm saying? He's got the locks, you know what I'm saying? How you going to wear the suit for the reason?
He's going to have a different haircut, man. He getting his hair.
My thing is people think Jay needs you to like him. And that's a disconnect to me. Like, I don't know why people feel like Jay needs you to like him. If you don't like him, I'm sure that's like perfectly okay to him. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he does something for none of these people's judgment. Cause what you gonna do in real life? Like, and this is not, I'm just not putting it out there just to like stand on something, but we know that nothing's gonna happen. And so he does not need the validation of others.
Hey,
Now, Dame and Kanye, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. But you know, with Jay, there are more people that really appreciate him than there is of the loudest ones talking are the minority. You see what I'm saying? The most people, when they see Jay, they're gonna say, "That's that dude, man. That's really him. That's really him."
I hope we get Jay-Z with the hot top fade and gold tooth come back, man. Like come
Yeah.
back, come all the way back, man, with a whole different look, man. Cut them nasty ass dreads off.
Hey man, hit like and subscribe. Let us know which show you're gonna check out. You're gonna go to Philadelphia's a dope city, by the way. I love Philadelphia. Little known history fact about me, not a history fact, but a little known fact about I love the way to study cities, how they're designed. And Philadelphia is an old city. It's kind of designed on the grid. Streets are very narrow. It's
Right.
very neighborly, right? They live in tight quarters.
Museum is
That
fire.
way. Philadelphia's a low key, dope city. Got good food. People's always been cool to me in Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's just a nice vibe. It's got working people. It's gritty. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's educated. You got the universities there. It's just dope, man. You got the mix of white collar, blue collar, Rocky. It's the city of the roots. It's the city of Beanie. It's the city of Rocky. You know what I mean? This is a dope city. So
I just put it like,
I'm gonna check out the city.
if I'm in your city, I'm probably at a museum. So if you go to a museum in your city, I'm probably gonna be there. That's my thing, right? The museum in Philadelphia, super fire. Soon as you go in, we got a lot of talk about who's the indigenous people. Soon as you go in the front door, you look to the left, it's an indigenous black man standing right there. So we know who is who and what is what, right? So you know, go to the museums, man. That's where when I go to different cities, that's the first place I'm going, and probably where I'm gonna spend most of my time. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
no
So
doubt. Yeah, follow that tip from Leroy. Go to the
Hey,
museum.
shout out to Philly, like you said, man. Hey, King of Prussia Mall out that way too.
Yeah, yeah,
Big giant
dope.
mall, dope mall. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout
Dope
out to
city.
Philly.
Now we're gonna segue from Jay-Z to another topic, and this is not related. It's not related. Satanism and hip hop. It's not related. It's not. It's no kind of connection to that. But anyway, the this topic.
that's all people can do is put the devil on them. That's
I'm
all
really,
they
I'm
can
really,
do.
I'm really being serious. But anyway,
Oh,
this
yeah.
conversation came about because I think either Leroy or Super, you sent it in our group chat about T.I. on Expeditiously interviewed Cee-Lo. There's been a lot of chatter about Cee-Lo. Shout out to Cee-Lo, my brother in Atlanta. Cee-Lo and his son were on a red carpet. They had a different type of look. Let me just play you what T.I. said. T.I. asked him a question, and this is what what came about. So let's play that.
Now, one of the things that came up from you guys' appearance, there was a question in you guys' faith, and what faith you guys held in regards to, I guess, what creator or what origin of faith you possess for yourself. So I want to allow you the opportunity, both of you, to speak as to where your faith is based.
Want to speak first?
Not yet.
Well, I know I mentioned earlier that both my mother and father were ministers, Southern Baptists.
Mm.
So I've had my fair share of salvation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. And I think, that innate, quality or quirk or what have you, you know what I mean, has run throughout the body of work, you know what I'm saying, that I've done. You know what I mean? Even we were speaking about get up, get out earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Like I end that verse by saying, I know the Lord ain't brought me this far, so he can drop me off here. Did I make myself clear? You
That's
know what I mean?
right.
So no, I never thought that something that we did, artistically, spiritual, like or a faith practice and belief system would ever come up in the question. I mean, like I feel like it has been the faith, you know what I'm saying, like that has caused me to be resilient and enduring enough, you know what I mean, like to have lasted professionally at the wind of unpopular, opinion.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying, and political incorrectness. You know what I'm saying, like over and over and over again, we throw ourselves into the battle. You know this. I'm saying, like like as artists, I mean, like
Right.
but we have to, you know what I mean. We have a right, you know what I'm saying, like, it's like a civil right to expound upon, you know what I'm saying, like Black excellence, Black exoticism. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like I always wanted people to, this is the welcoming, that I wanted people to feel about Atlanta. This was a place that you could come and be expressive. The entire city, the landscape.
All right.
Yeah, well, he
So-
answered the question at 3:30, but go ahead.
But the answer to the question ain't even really the point.
I want to say this though before I let you.
I feel it's disrespectful to ask.
I'm gonna let you go next. And then I'm gonna let Super go. But I want to say this. So for me, Goody Mob, Outkast, Dungeon Family, being from Atlanta, were pillars of hip hop music, hip hop culture, music culture in the city. So, but I do see people asking questions as time goes on for different type of artists. So, if we talk about the history of satanic imagery in hip hop, we can take it back to Brother Lynch Hung. His music was pretty, had demonic elements.
Horrorcore.
Horrorcore. We can talk about 3-6 Mafia, the name. They were talking about, Ouija board.
DMX.
Devil, the devil worshiping, that. Then you had
Darkman X.
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse. You had people like, then you had lots of different people, man. So now you take it today, then you got, Doja Cat has been accused of using the occult and satanic imagery in her records with, wearing devil horns and Baphomet symbols and pentagrams. Then you had Tyler the Creator, they call himself the child of Satan.
But so what though? What is that?
We're gonna have an opportunity. Let me finish my point. Okay, I'm trying to tell you this.
All right.
Then you got Deuce from I think he's out of Memphis talking the satanic stuff. And you had Little Uzi Vert. Then you had another rapper that just died last week. His name was actually Lucifer. I think you have to be cognizant. And when Cee-Lo was dressed with the red eyes and looking, with the devil, the pentagrams and all that, you got to be cognizant that this artistic expression is rooted in something, right? So whether you want to deny it or not, Leroy, satanic.
I didn't see him do that pentagram.
Satanism is real. You know what I'm saying? People actually practice. There's Luciferianism is real. People actually.
I've been looking for it.
I mean, you cannot. There's people that actually tell you they're Satanists. And
I've been looking for them.
There's actual organizations that have websites that you can Google. They say that's what they are. They worship.
In rap, I've been looking for the devil worshippers.
I'm almost finished. So you have a litany of artists that play with these images and pledge their allegiance to Satan, and if that's their artistic expression, they have a right to express themselves that way. But they can't be upset when people have a reaction to it. People have a visceral reaction. People don't really rock with that. You know what I'm saying? So the community,
y'all don't rock with Satan. You sure?
In Atlanta, from even Playboy Cardi putting those images out in Atlanta, we don't really rock with that. We think it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So don't be offended. Don't be offended. Don't be shocked when someone asks you these questions or say, I really ain't rocking with that.
That's disrespectful. You're gonna go up to Cee-Lo and say
these images look weird. They make people uncomfortable. They look evil. Let's just be honest.
Y'all are not evil. That's what y'all saying, really?
No. I'm saying the images look evil. They look weird. They look demonic, and that's just what it is. Just accept the fact that we feel a certain type of way about it.
But what do y'all look like? What do y'all look like?
Okay, again, that's how people are reacting to it. So don't be surprised or act hurt that people have questions about how you presenting yourself. You're presenting.
That's disrespectful. That's
disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. If a woman, if I go outside and I see a lady with no,
I'm looking for all this activity. I've been in hip hop I've been in hip hop around my whole life.
Again, you're
I've
not
been
up
looking
there.
for it.
Obviously, you're not a part of it. Then you're not a part of the
But
order.
I've been to every place that hip hop is popping.
No, you
I've
ain't
been
been
in
to those
every
places.
circle.
You ain't been to
I've
those
been in. I'm
places.
looking.
Well,
Where is
obviously,
it?
okay, well, they haven't invited you into those circles. But let's not act that they don't exist, Leroy. You're pretending.
I'm looking.
You're pretending what they're showing you don't exist. They're showing you these things,
Who?
and
I'm
you're
looking,
acting
bro.
like these
I'm
things don't have
looking.
meaning. These symbols have meaning.
I'm looking.
They're
So
assigned to something evil, and you can pretend that they don't or are not, but they are.
is
Anyway,
how
Leroy,
come across?
okay, you
How
got it. You
come
got it.
across is not evil?
Go ahead, Leroy. Go ahead, because you won't
How
let me
come
finish. Go
across
ahead.
is not evil?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
most,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
a
ahead. Go
bunch
ahead.
of
The floor is yours. Explain it away. Explain it away. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna explain away, but a bunch of y'all got crosses on, right? So how come a cross is not the demonic symbol, right? We're gonna say because it can't be a demonic symbol because it's associated with Jesus Christ, so it means it's not demonic symbol, right? But if you're showing a cross in front of an indigenous person, you're going to tell that indigenous person that is not evil. If you're showing a cross in front of an African, you're going to tell, now they're going to accept the cross. But what I'm saying is what the cross represents to you is not, it doesn't always represent that to the another person. But this is not to litigate the cross versus the pentagram or whatever. But I'm saying I think it's human beings that are do evil. I don't think it's no dude with horns or nothing running around. I think it's a man running around. And that's what I'm saying. It's like the only thing I'm saying is like I think it's disrespectful to put that to accuse someone of being a devil worshiper. To sit there and say, "Hey, bro, do you worship the devil?" I think that's disrespectful, bro. Because where you mean to tell me because of my outfit, because of my music video, because of some paint you saw on my face, that means I worship the devil, my G? So I think that's kind of crazy, my G. Because now the reason why that is because you're supposed to be killed, right? If someone worships the devil, they're supposed to die. Now we don't do that now because we've had different laws, but for most of our history, we would kill those people. That the penalty was death, and thousands of people. Everyone look up the Spanish Inquisition. Now we all took that in history. We all looked up this. We all had to write reports on the Crusades, the Holy Wars, the Spanish Inquisition. So to see all that death and when you go to a museum, you see torture devices. They tortured people with torture devices that they accused of worshiping the devil. So how far do y'all want to push this ball? We're in 2026 after 1 million people have been slaughtered behind calling them devil worshippers. Like literally 1 million people. And you're still pushing that ball? It's like, when are y'all gonna realize that the people pushing that ball were the people doing the killing? Now we're gonna now as far as the I haven't seen it. Like I said, and I know people in the music business. They said that been there, bro. I've been in the music business 30 years and I haven't seen it. Like and there's people that would tell me, no, I saw a dude or I saw, like, they have no reason to lie to me, but they're like, bro, I've been in the music business most of my adult life and I still ain't seen it. I ain't been invited to no bullshit. I ain't seen no bullshit. I've been in multiple circles. I ain't seen it.
And
But
as much as you be talking about the Epstein
hold
files, now you don't believe in what's
nobody
in there.
cares about that. Nobody
Yeah,
cares about that.
but they talking about this same type of shit in the Epstein files, and you've been talking about the
No,
Epstein's
no,
files. You've been going ham on the Epstein's files, but now
No,
all
I
of a
haven't.
sudden,
No, I haven't. But I'm
you
talking
don't
about
believe it.
specifically in hip hop. I need people to accuse Cee-Lo. We're putting Cee-Lo's head on the chopping block.
No,
I
they
think that's
asked.
disrespectful.
Listen, man.
I think
All
that's
right,
To ask the
disrespectful,
question.
bro.
listen.
And y'all, I think there's a
It's not
psychosis of not
disrespectful to
understanding
ask a question.
metaphor. We do not understand what a metaphor is. And the people, every time you heard about the devil, you saw it written down, right? That means somebody wrote that. So we don't understand the use of metaphor. And that's too bad because now we're thinking it's a literal creature running around with people worshiping and dread, like, instead of understanding what a metaphor is. And that's crazy to me. You know what
All
I
right,
mean?
all right. I think the bigger question really is why. Why is the perception or the representation or the why is portraying evil looked at as a good thing or art? Why is that art
We be
anyway?
making
Hold on,
gangster
bro.
music.
I didn't say nothing. I'll let you cook.
We be making.
Let
That's
me
my
cook,
last.
bro. I let you cook.
cook.
I didn't say nothing. I let you cook, Leroy.
But
I let you cook. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna
Let
be
me
done.
finish, bro.
But we make records about drilling anybody we see. We're blowing their brains out.
Either way, that we describing, we talking about a lifestyle. We talking about what
The
we're
devil
going
don't
through,
do
what we've
that.
been through.
We do
Either
that.
way, why is that? Why is the imagery and the association with evil? Why is that even? Why are we looking at that as art? I'm tired of these artists hiding behind artistic expression as this excuse to represent evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we know what these images represent. We know what either if we don't, if they mean what they mean, or if they don't mean what they mean, or whatever your beliefs is
Can
in
we
these
pull up
symbols.
Cee-Lo
Hold on,
Green?
bro. Let me cook right now. Whatever you believe in, as far as your philosophy in life is, or whatever you believe on these images, right? These images are known to be what they are, right? They are known to be occultic images. Why are we playing with these images? Why are we playing with this stuff? Why? Why is this the art that
Can
we
we
choose?
pull up Cee-Lo
Why is
playing with
this
it?
the art that we choose to play with? If you singing a song about some other shit, why you gotta dress like a demon to do it? Why is
I just
that?
want to see it.
Why is that artistic expression right now? I think that's like we got to ask these questions on why, right?
Can I
And
see it?
then we know what type of world we living in. We know who run the music industry. We know what's up. We know what's up. Like I
Us.
said, I don't want to talk too deep about this because we'll get. I had the FBI kicking in my door, bro. So I'm just saying, look, we know what this is already, right? So why are we playing with these imagery? Why are we as, even if you're gonna say, like Cee-Lo said, he don't believe in the devil. He don't why are you playing with demonic imagery as somebody who believes in God?
I want to
That
see it. I've been following Cee-Lo his whole
that
career.
alone is against the Bible in itself. That's against your
I've been
belief. So
following Cee-Lo his whole career, and
Leroy,
I've seen it yet.
I let you cook. I didn't
Can
say
you show
nothing.
the
I
rappers
didn't
that
even say
worship the
nothing,
devil?
bro. Let me get all
Can
my
you just
thoughts
show
out.
them?
Just let me get my thoughts out. And you can respond to everything I'm saying. Why are we doing this? Is what I'm saying. Why are we hiding behind artistic expression
I don't think we're doing it.
to represent and throw out evil symbolism? Is what I'm saying. Like I just think that it's an easy thing to say. That's the easiest, most cop out answer, but it's very hypocritical from somebody to say that I'm doing something that I don't believe in. Right? It's like, why are you doing something that you
I still
yourself?
haven't seen Cee-Lo do it.
Why are you representing something that you don't believe in?
I still have
Is the
never
point?
seen Cee-Lo do that ever.
Man, all these artists, we
Ever.
know what this
I have
symbolism
not. I've
is.
been looking for the
We
artists
know
that
what
do
the
that.
symbolism is. We know what they represent. We know what they say they mean. We know the historical value to this.
I haven't
Why
seen it.
are you playing with this side when like you said, Leroy, why are you using your virtue to signal that? Right?
Right,
You
right.
say
Why are y'all rapping about
why are
shooting
you
people?
virtual? Why are hold on? Why are you virtual signaling evil?
Yeah.
That don't make
Because
sense. Hold on once. Hold on once.
yeah, the reason why is because we are those people. Like when you make a record about shooting people, that. I mean, what are we talking about? Now, as far as Cee-Lo, I just want to see the imagery y'all talking about because I've been following Cee-Lo. I still haven't seen it. I see him use a lot of rock and roll imagery, but him just worshiping the devil, I have not seen it. Him playing with pentagrams, I have not seen it. A lot of these images that y'all pull up, I could tell are computer generated images with graphic design filters put on them on the image. But so I'm looking for like show me the artist that's doing it themselves because I have not seen that, bro.
But like you said,
I
Leroy,
have not. We're making
why are
allegations
we
without the
why
evidence.
are we wasting time virtue signaling something that is
I have
known as
not seen it.
satanic, right?
I'm looking
And
for it.
I think that this is a trick in itself.
I
That
have not seen what you're talking about.
this is a trick to teach people to be unrepentant. And I think that that's really what was more at factor here. We teaching people to be unrepentant about sin. You know what I'm saying? Or about evil. We
Why? Like
blending. We
killing
trying to
niggas is
mix. We
cool.
try right now. What we doing is we trying to mix. We being oil and water. We trying to mix evil with good, and it just don't mix. So why would you waste your time as an artist virtue
we're
signaling
not doing
evil?
that. I don't
Why are
see
you
no
virtue
artist doing that.
signaling evil? It's
I don't
really
see
like
no
that's
artist doing that.
it don't make sense.
I'm looking for the artists that worship the devil. I'm looking for them. I cannot find them. That's all. Like, who are they? I have not seen Cee-Lo do that. So Cee-Lo gets accused of doing that. I've been following Cee-Lo his whole career and have not
Nobody
seen him
I'm
do
just
accused him.
anything.
curious as to why do
Nobody
evil
accused him.
sell? Why do demonic imagery sell? Why is it
I've
something that
not
we
seen
using
him
as a
do that.
selling point anyway?
Nobody accused him. So they asked him a
Yeah,
question.
you accused him. You accused him.
I
You
didn't.
accused him. You
I
accused him.
asked the
The
question.
reason why the question was asked is because the idea was already out there. You
No,
accused him.
the reason why the question
You know
was
what I mean?
asked because he was using demonic symbolism.
So can we pull up the
If he wasn't
pictures
using
of him
demonic
doing that?
symbolism, the question would have never been asked.
Can we pull
So
up the pictures of
why
him
are you
doing that?
using your platform to represent and to virtue signal demonic shit?
Can I see the
It don't
pictures of
make
him doing
sense.
that? Can I see the pictures of him doing that? Can I
Can you
see
see
it?
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll show them to you in the chat.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Because a
Ron,
lot of
if
what
you
I'm
edit this, you can probably put some pictures up for them and put them in there. You can show them exactly what we're
all right,
talking about.
because a lot of these are not real. They're not. They didn't happen in real life. You're looking at You're looking at graphic design. You're
No,
looking at graphic design now. But the whole thing about it is, though, man, we're talking about devil worship, about a culture that makes gangsta music. Hold on. Hold on. Let's stop right here. Now
that's
I know people
demonic
are gonna be
too.
like, it's not the same thing.
That's demonic too.
Bro,
Right.
we have killed a million of us. A
That's
million of
demonic
us we
too.
have put in the dirt.
That's
Children,
demonic.
women. So who's doing more damage out
That's
here?
demonic too.
Hey,
Who's doing more damage
listen.
out here?
Either way, evil is evil. I agree with you.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
but I'm saying the definition of demonic, if we're gonna look at the word, it's perpetuating negativity. That's the definition of demonic. That's
Yeah,
the
but
definition.
there's a difference between being
Come on, bro.
being
Come on,
purposeful
bro. And we're
with the
doing it on
imagery, and a
purpose.
lot of these songs and a lot of this ignorance is purposeful. So yeah, like I
It's
said,
purpose.
I agree with you, right? But there's a difference between rapping about your neighborhood or rapping about situations that go down
Why
with
is it
human
different?
beings versus it, because the difference is you're not putting out imagery that represents satanic things.
You're not
You,
summoning the
right,
spirit. Talking
What
about
what
right.
is
talking
but
about
what
Right.
is a gun? What
let me
is a
finish.
gun?
Let me just say one thing. Talking about the neighborhood and the environment and the circumstances that you live in day out, and the result of those actions is not the
It's
same
not
as
demonic.
summoning a demon or a demonic entity or a spirit. Leroy, you're pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. You
When we
know that
spell words, spell.
And even in the songs,
When we spell words,
we
come
still
on,
making
bro.
songs about people doing demonic actions. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro,
there's no doubt that killing somebody in the rap song or killing a bunch of niggas and spinning a block, that's a demonic action. So I agree with
it
what you're saying.
conjures up
I
demonic
agree with
energy.
I agree with what you're saying on the substance, but it's a difference between playing with demonic imagery, pentagrams, things that they use
I have
to
not seen
worship
the
and
Star of
shit like
David
that.
is a pentagram.
There's a big difference in the worshiping of it and the describing of what um demonic behavior
It's
is.
no different,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? It is a
No
difference.
different.
There is a
If
difference.
if I show you a gun has two contexts, right? Protection and aggression. Now on the protection side, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, but
If I'm
showing me a
waving a
gun ain't the
gun,
same thing as showing me a Ouija board or playing with a Ouija board.
no, it is. It's
No, it's not.
worse. It's
No, it's
worse,
not. It's
bro.
not.
Bro,
Showing me a
bro,
gun is
it's
not the
worse.
same as
Do you know
trying to
what a
conjure a
bullet can do
spirit.
to somebody's frame? Do you know what a bullet
No,
can do
bro.
to somebody's face?
No. I
So
can't agree with you on this.
no, a bullet will rip you to shreds.
Showing
A
me a
bullet
knife
will
ain't the
rip you
same
to shreds.
as
A
showing me a
knife, a
pentagram, bro.
knife. No,
That's not the same as showing me a pentagram.
we have 50 pentagrams on the American flag. We have 50 of them. So they're right there. So we're gonna say, oh, that's different, bro. It's the same symbol. The
Not a
Star of
pentagram.
David is a pentagram.
That's not a pentagram. They don't have circles
It,
drawn around them
is it a
and a
star?
bunch of zodiac signs inside
There's
of them.
there. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. All I'm saying is,
I
man,
mean, like I said, I get what you're
we're
saying,
making
Leroy,
hype
but
over a
it's a
symbol.
false
But
equivalent. It's you
if I
making a false
wave
equivalency saying that a gun
if I
is the
wave a
same thing
hundred
as a
round
satanic
drum,
ritual.
if
That
I
you can't
wave a
say that.
100 round drum in front of you in this nation where we have massacres on a normal basis, and I wave a 100 round drum, they're gonna say he's a real dude. that makes him real.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a
Come on,
direct
y'all are
question.
playing.
Let me ask you a direct question. So
Y'all
you don't
haven't.
see. Let me ask you a direct question, so you can respond to the question I'm asking.
Yes, yes.
You don't see how a segment of people can be offended by this imagery. You just don't see how it could be off-putting. You don't see how it could be disturbing to some. You just see it as
But
just
I have to honor your offense, though.
no,
Like,
you just see it as just regular imagery. There's no meaning behind it. It's just artistic. That's how you view it. It's just artistic expression with no meaning behind it. There's no connectivity to thoughts, ideas.
here's
It's just no purpose. It's just
There's
they
no
just
purpose.
doing it, and
It's just
they
I'm
just
just
doing
dressing
it.
up. I'm just making pentagrams and putting horns on. It has no meaning to it. It's just art. That's what you're. Is that what you're telling me?
no. Well, I believe that if we study symbols, we're gonna find different people, and we're gonna find the
Yeah, but
same.
when you study the symbols, they saying what they mean. When you study
Yeah,
those
yeah,
symbols and you
yeah,
look them
yeah,
up,
yeah.
when you look them up, they
Yeah.
saying what they are. So
Right.
if they telling
And
you
those
what they
same
are,
symbols, they're saying this is good. If you look up the same symbol, there's
no,
going to
they
be a
not.
human that says this is good, and there's going to be a human that said this is bad. So you're going to find two different humans with the same symbol saying one is good and one is bad, and it's the same symbol. But if we look up symbols, right, what I'm saying is we're going to find that people use symbols in propaganda. We're going to
I'm
find
looking
that.
for my book. I
We're
got
gonna find that,
it's
but
not here
hold
right
on,
now.
but hold on,
I think
don't
it's
cut me here.
upstairs.
Don't cut me here. When we look up symbols, we're gonna find for a fact that symbols are used for propaganda. So why even play into that? Now, yeah, now if I'm an artist and you're paying me, well then it is what it is. But y'all be waving around pistols though, and I don't think y'all understand the difference between a symbol and a active weapon that I could mow down 100 people with. I don't think y'all understand what's more deadly. But what I'm saying is, with the symbols in hip hop, I'm looking for the rappers out here. Oh, I'm the devil worshiper, and I cannot find them dudes. I
They're
do
not
not
going to tell
see
you. They're
this.
not going to tell
I
you
do.
that.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't tell me. What am I gonna do to you? What am I gonna do to you? Besides just look at you weird,
I think
like.
it's something that openly said. I mean,
But I mean, only thing I'm gonna do is look
your
at you
actions
weird,
speak
like.
louder than your words, and that's your actions and your
I
symbolism
ain't
speak
gonna
louder
do
than your
nothing.
words.
I'm not
And
gonna
these
do
people,
nothing to you.
especially if you're a part of the occult, I mean, you know how to speak with
I'm looking for
symbolism.
them
You know
though.
how to speak in silence. You know how to speak and use codes
Speaking
and
silent for
use
what?
symbolism to do your talk.
But
You
speaking
know,
silent
it's
for
neither here
what?
nor there, man. Like it is what it is, but it's very odd that that's the path that we choose to use as an art form or to
I
express
don't think we
ourselves.
do.
That we
Every
gonna
black
use we gonna
person that
go
I've met,
satanic. We're gonna use satanic imagery
I've never
as
met them.
artistic expression. I think that we can go a whole different route if it's
I've never
meaningless.
met a
If
black
it's
person.
meaningless expression with no meaning, there's a lot of other meaningless shit we could be doing.
But
So
I'm saying though,
that's
we
my last
know that
sense on it.
symbols were used to colonize our minds. That's a historical fact. So, being that we know that to be a fact, why do we still allow symbols to colonize our minds?
Why do you think that they don't work then?
But because I know for a fact that this is a man-made symbol.
But you know
Men
for a
made
fact
them.
that you but
And
you know
no,
for
but
a fact
listen,
that it
a
works though.
man made them.
But you know for a
So
fact that it works.
So
no,
why
it's a
are they
man.
using the symbols then? If
It's
it
a
has no meaning
man.
and no effect,
It's
why are
a
they using the
man.
symbol?
I'm not worried about a symbol. I want to know the man. And see, we're worried about the symbol. Take me to the man. But what I'm saying is, if you look up the history and you keep seeing we colonized black people with these symbols, we put a cross on them. We made them bow to it. So you keep seeing, and I'm not blaming the symbol of the cross, because it's merely a symbol.
I
It
don't
is
even know
not
why you even
a
talking about
symbol.
that. Like just
Because
because we talking about
it's
evil,
a
you don't even have to
why
talk
would you
about
still be colonized in
this.
2026?
We don't even have to talk about
Let's
you
stay
don't
on
have
the
to talk about
subject.
we don't even have to talk about Christianity within this.
We have
Why?
to talk
No,
about it.
we don't because why?
That's where we're gonna find
We
symbolism
listen. We don't
that's
even
been
have to talk
propagated.
about it. Why are you even Christianity don't have to even be brought up? Why are you choosing to represent that?
Because they
Regardless of how you feel as a Christian, why are you going there? Is the point?
because we're talking about fear-based propaganda. So they realize that symbols
It's
have
not
can
fear-based
make people
propaganda.
fearful. They
This is what they
realize
say it represents.
they
I
no
wish I
no
had my book. I
they
mean,
realize, but a
come on, man.
man A man has to be doing stuff. A symbol, if you leave a symbol by itself, the symbol can't kill nobody because it's not even active. You need a human man to do that. And we chase the symbol, but we don't even look for the man. We chase the rapper, but we don't know which rapper.
It's like
I'm
I said,
looking
man.
for the
This
rap.
whole
When I meet
question
the
is
rapper
about.
that do that, I'll punch that rapper in the face just
This
so
is a
everyone
this
can be
this whole
happy.
conversation is a
But I
separate
have not found
conversation,
that
and
rapper.
it's about your faith and if you believe in spirituality or if you don't, or
Yeah, I don't
if you
believe in
believe
spirituality. I
if you
don't
believe in
believe it.
God, if you believe in
Yeah, I don't believe in it.
I think that if you believe in God, you got to believe in the devil.
If you believed in it,
I think
this would be
there's
nothing
ways
to you.
there's definitely ways to serve both.
No,
You know what I'm
That
saying?
would be nothing to you.
it means something to a lot of people, Leroy. I think you keep missing the point.
The devil could never survive in my presence. He
Again,
would be
Like I
eliminated
said,
on
whether
contact.
you're playing semantics, and you're talking
I
around
play
the
no
point.
semantics.
You're
I
talking
play no
around the point,
semantics.
and the point is very
I
clear.
study this.
The point has a very straight line. It has a very straight line. The question is, why are these artists incorporating these images in their art? What's the reason behind it? Who's asking them to do it? Do they really believe these things? These symbols and these signs they have meaning to them.
How come
why
we don't
this?
study? How
Hey,
come
let's
we
move
don't
on.
study?
Let's move
How
on.
come we don't
Right.
study? How come we don't study?
Like you holding a Freemason book and you wondering why people are calling the shit evil.
Okay. So all I'm asking people to do is just read. The people are gonna tell me fuck reading. All I'm asking you to do is read.
I mean,
I'm not asking.
that book tell you it's evil.
The book tells me that symbols can be used to colonize another person's mind.
Okay, then. Okay, that's the
So
point.
why would you continue to be colonized if the
Why
book's
they
telling you
continue
that?
putting these symbols out? Why are you asking me? Why are you asking
But
them?
if the book is telling you,
Why don't you ask them why they keep putting
if
the
the
symbols
book is telling you that we colonize minds
out?
just by showing them a symbol,
Okay.
Hey,
then why
next
would you
subject, y'all.
allow your
We running
mind to
short
be
on time
colonized?
anyway.
Anyway, we're
Who
gonna
created the symbols? What race created the
Leroy.
symbols?
Why are they putting the symbols out there,
What
Leroy?
race
Why
created the
you keep
symbols?
asking me the questions? Why don't you ask them the questions?
What race created symbology?
Okay.
It was us. It was
Off
us.
off the more symbols.
It was us that
Off off
created that.
off
Are
the
we
more
evil?
symbols. Off the more
Are we evil?
symbolism. Off the more
Like,
symbol. The Academy Awards was held last week, and the talk of the Academy, the talk of the internet, was two movies in particular: Sinners and One Battle After Another. I will be quite honest. I saw Sinners. We talked about this on this program. I enjoyed Sinners. I thought it was a dope film. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. They won Academy Awards respectively. One for writing, one for acting. Lost out for director. Lost out for best picture. Best picture was One Battle After Another. Leonardo DiCaprio was in the film. Benicio del Toro. What's my girl's name? Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor was nominated.
it's a symbol.
Got a winner, Sean Penn. And I want to say, before this show, I attempted to watch the movie, and it's just like Inception. I'm not saying the movie's like Inception, but I keep falling asleep. I remember when Inception came out, everybody was telling me Inception was the Christopher Nolan joint was so dope. I done fell asleep about 4 times. I never watched it the way through. Same thing with One Battle After Another. I lasted about 15, 20 minutes. I was gone. I tried to watch it again.
They want you to fall asleep.
30 minutes in, I was gone. So I'm going to try it again tonight. Maybe I have a better conversation. But again, I'm going to let Leroy and Super y'all cook on this. We're going to have a Siskel and Ebert type moment. And then we're going to segue into new music and we're going to end the show. But what say you about the Academy Award? Would the Sinners deserve to win Best Picture? Are you happy that my man Michael B. Jordan won? Does Sean Penn deserve his Oscar for his performance? Did Tiana Taylor get robbed? What say you? Leroy, I'll let you cook first. Go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to Sinners, right? A demonic movie, right? The movie is demonic. It uses symbolic, but we understand what the essence of the message is, though. See, we know that the imagery was only surface. So when we see the vampire, the blood drinking, we know that's merely surface for an underlying message. So it was a vessel, right? So Sinners, I believe, should have won the movie. Sometimes you use negativity as a vessel for a message in it, like a message in a bottle. right? So we could say, oh man, well Ryan Coogler, he must be evil, right? We could go there, but we know that that's probably not the case, right? But with one battle after another, it's messaging again, right? Everything is messaging. It's the counter to sinners, right? And it ended up being sinners. Leonardo DiCaprio's character is Pat Calhoun. Pat Calhoun, aka Ghetto. That's his code is Ghetto. The other Tiana Taylor's name is Perfidia Beverly Hills. So you have Ghetto versus Beverly Hills. Do you see how messaging is used here? Perfidia, the name itself means treacherous or one that betrays trust. She snitches on the team, right? On whatever. So I'm what they would call a left or a liberal. So I'm the most evil, right? That's how I would be described. Because of this, I am evil, right? So you have to paint me as evil, right? Because you're not going to allow me to tell you I'm not evil. You have to make it stick that I am evil. So the reason why you do that is you use a movie. In the movie, the revolutionary group, the French 75, is a far left group that um does crime, right? They rob banks. So can y'all show me the bank robbers that do that in real life, right? So there's an element there, right? Um, so they're painted as radicals, and they're anti-fascist, which I am anti-fascist as well. So I would be evil, right? By American standards, I'm an evil person because I'm anti-fascist, and I'm also a criminal too. I'm also a bank robber too, and I'm also someone who murders innocent people too. So you have to make that stick on me. So because no one's going to care about if I really did it or not. They're only going to care if it can stick on me. So they use a movie. So when you see me in real life, you'll associate me with bank robbery. You'll associate me with murder, senseless murder. You'll associate me with far left radicalism, right? So they're breaking people out of a detention center. Why? Y'all let me know. The thing is, they would say because I need votes, right? So I'm breaking out illegals because I need votes, but they vote in both directions. That's not said in the film. They vote in both directions. They do not vote in one direction, right? The agent Lockjaw, he has a sexual fetishism for a black woman. Why attack the black woman for, right? She flees the country, goes to Mexico. We are now entertaining attacking Cuba, and we're cutting their supply off, which is genocidal, right? After attacking Venezuela ships and all that. This is messaging in a movie which paints the picture of a criminal. Mind you, I am now a criminal. I am the worst person that you have ever seen. If you watch this movie, it's an attack on me, right? So you associate revolution with bank robbery, senseless murder, breaking into facilities, and Asada Shakur just died, right? Asada Shakur, she's a terrible person, right? We have to make that stick. So we need a movie to do that. So what I'm saying is, there's a lot of messaging here. But if you go through the messaging, it's all an attack on a person like me to paint me as the worst person that you can encounter, right? I'm just saying. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, I watched the movie, man.
Okay,
You
so
like I said, you done?
yeah, but I'm just saying though, this is intentional. If you
I was
name
not expecting Leroy to come like this about this shit at all. Like, but
right, I exaggerate it and I make it sound funny. I make it sound crazy on purpose. These things are intentional. But if you watch the movie and ask yourself, are there messages here? Then just ask yourself that,
man, the movie's just fucking flat out
and then
disrespectful.
and then go
Listen,
through
man,
the movie. Go through the movie and look at the message and look at the target of the message, right? There has to be a target. There
that
has to be
movie.
a target, right?
I hate the movie one. I
You
hate
have
that
one
movie. I
side.
hate the movie
You
one.
have you have a far right side. This man was an extremist. He was literally in an extremist group, literally in the film. So he's an extremist. Then you have another extremist. If I'm robbing banks, killing people, that would make me an extremist. So you have two extremes.
I think. Listen, like I said, I ain't even. I mean, I think
That's
we
messaging.
totally. I feel you, Leroy. I hear you. So I ain't got nothing to counter or nothing what you saying at all. I'm just gonna talk about the movie itself, right? I think it was disrespectful for that movie to win. I thought the messaging was crazy in the movie. I thought that the characters of her being like, I thought Tiana Taylor's character was like a stereotypical, she was a loud, unruly, like hard-headed black woman in the movie.
A whore. A whore.
Yeah. Sexually, she was over sexualized for whatever
Snitch.
reason. Because I watched the movie when it first came out, so like it's kind of vaguely like in my mind a little bit, but I'm not watching that shit again. So, like the sex scenes and the overly sexualizing of her and that plot and that shit was unnecessary in the movie. Period. Like it really wasn't necessary in the
Don't
movie
even make sense.
for her to have his baby and all that. For them to let that picture win best movie. They only let it win because it was pushing that, like you said, Leroy, the leftist agenda. So I feel you what you're saying. They was pushing the leftist, feminist, black independent, black hard-headed.
We're criminals. We're the criminals.
They was pushing
We're the criminals.
the gender divide. I'm not even just where, because she was pretty much messing with the white guys. She had a white fetish too, if you really want to keep it real. They had a black fetish and she had a white fetish basically in the movie. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. For that movie, when that movie came out, we as black people, we peeped game on that movie. That movie got called out off top for the disrespect that it was. We knew that Tiana Taylor was going to win her award or get nominated for the awards for having her Halle Berry monster ball moment. You know what I mean? We already know this, man. Like I said, these stories is old, man. We recycling.
Yeah, that was also
old
sexual based, sexual
right.
monsters
And
ball.
we and Hollywood know how we feel about this. I feel like they let that shit win on purpose because how strongly we felt about Sinners. And then we got this movie that was disrespectful as hell to black people, for real. If you was black and you watched it and you watched any review from anybody black on that movie, people was shitting on that movie, especially a lot of black women. They was really going in on that movie how it was disrespectful as hell.
As they
So
should.
for them to let that movie that we really rejected, and it really kind of flopped at the movies anyway. It's a box office flop. For that movie to win over Sinners was slightly disrespectful. I see why it probably won in a certain way because of like the plot and and it's going up against a vampire horror movie and it pushed a leftist, democratic leftist agenda. So I get what it is. It's a Hollywood agenda movie that they rewarded, and they let a movie that was disrespectful to black people win over a movie that black people had black pride in. And that's how I look at it, man. It is what it is.
Another aspect, there's a revolutionary aspect. Now, if I said there's levels to revolution, right? So a lot of people we only consider revolution at the highest level of revolution, which would mean to get active, right? And that's fine too. But realistically, right? When we talk about realistic getting active, the object is to win. You don't fight revolution without winning it. You must win it, right? So we fight battles on when you win a war, it means you fight 100 battles because a war may take you 10 years. So every night you're doing that. You're doing that. But there are different levels of revolution though. If I say Ryan Coogler is a revolutionary, there's context to that if I'm using his imagery, right? So, but what I'm saying is that it was an attack on the revolutionary spirit too. You know what I mean? And that's because they have to keep that spirit low. They're going to use sexual energy for that because they're trying to paint the picture. When I come in here talking this revolutionary talk and I bring in my white girlfriend, they're trying to find and I don't have a white girlfriend. I'm using this as they use that as a chink in the armor, right? And now is it? It could be, right? But it's tampering down the revolutionary. But we also have to keep in mind that intellectual revolution is always happening. That the intellectual revolution is always happening. Ryan Coogler is winning in an intellectual revolution on that side of the field. And that's gonna make for pushback. And this is the pushback to that. There was a deal cut for Sinners that's advantageous to him. The movie sends a message of we probably should protect ourselves. You know what I mean? So, from a certain energy and a certain group. You know what I'm saying? we probably should protect ourselves. So that's a revolutionary spirit there, because at the end of the day, right, when we talk about revolution, right, on any level, the goal is to make it to where your children can run around free. That's the goal. So that's the main that if you don't reach that goal, then the revolution was really about nothing. But if you watch the film, you see them tampering down that energy and criminalizing that energy. Again, a revolutionary in that context is a bank robber, also a person that kills unmercilessly, because she killed the Jungle Pussy, killed the security guard. I mean, her name is Jungle Pussy. The promiscuous black lady, so we must be sleeping with the ops, right? All of this is to tamper down that energy. You know what I'm saying? Of what could happen if someone takes a movie like Sinners and ups that energy. You know what I'm saying? Everything is symbolic.
I mean, like I said, man, I haven't. If you watch, just go on YouTube and you see any review of that movie. Nobody loved that movie. Everybody was kicking that movie back in. I haven't seen one person give that movie a positive review at all.
I'm gonna try to watch it again tonight. It's my fourth and final attempt. I think Hollywood is kind of. I'm happy that Michael B. Jordan won. Shout out to Sinners, Michael Kugler. But I just think there's not a lot of good movies out, man. A lot of these movies that was nominated. I think they said Timothée Chalamet was upset that he didn't win. I heard that movie was trash. You know what I mean? But it's just a lot of weird movies. I'm looking forward to Heat 2. I'm a big Michael Mann fan. The first Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and Val Kilmer was dope. They got Heat 2 coming out. That's gonna be dope. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Batman 2, even though first people said the first Batman was kind of boring. I like the Batman with the penguin in it and Catwoman.
Hey, Batman is a demonic type of person.
Come on, man. Can we get over this?
If you look at the archetype of
make everything a demonic,
can I finish my point anyway?
Because if you look, Batman is an iconic hero dressed like a bat. He's dark.
What else is another coming up?
Spoonful of chocolate.
Spoonful of chocolate. They got the Odyssey with Matt Damon. That's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying?
The Odyssey.
Again, whatever, Leroy.
But look though, you want to be entertained, but the rest of society, they're listening for messaging, and that's the disconnect.
Contradicting yourself, man, because we talk about the messaging and the images, and now you talking about that's the messaging. Now all of a sudden, okay,
yeah. Every time we honor a film, there's a messaging in it. Every film.
Anyway, super. If you haven't been to Spotify and checked out our curated playlist by our resident mixologist or playlistologist, super duper, check it out on Spotify. We'll drop the link here. You got some dope songs on our February playlist. The March playlist is cooking up. I want to turn this segment over to Super. He's going to talk about some new music, things we should be checking on, and then we're going to end the show on one of Leroy's favorite topic, Six God, Iceman. We're going to have Leroy talk about that.
I don't know.
The new music wrap up. The new music wrap up. The new music wrap up week.
First thing, let me just say this real quick before I even get into this, man. Like shame on hip hop, bro. Like this been a dry year so far, man. These albums, they've been decent, and it's been hard, man. It's been hard work coming up with these 30 songs of new music or more every month for these playlists. This month alone has been pretty dry. It's been some horrible tracks, to be honest with you. It ain't nothing really super duper dumbass fire that been dropped. I don't think nothing really been that dope all year, to be honest with you.
Barkley was fire.
I mean, I'm talking about the hip hop. I ain't going into the neo soul R&B. What Cee-Lo doing right now? I ain't on that. But I'm just saying straight up hip hop. It's been a slow year, y'all. I mean, ain't nothing really extra dope been out. And because of that, because we don't have that many albums to review and that much real extra, real dope music for us to really be talking about, man, they got us out here acting like bitches, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm tired of this hip hop gossiping TMZ ass shit that we really got going on. We need more music artists. We need more music, man. I'm tired of talking about 50 Cent and T.I. beef. I'm tired of talking about Iceman, if it's gonna drop. I'm talking about all this old girly ass shit that we've been talking about lately.
Stop looking for famous rappers.
We find a good rapper. Right now we need some music, and we've been doing too much gossiping, TMZing, and this shit is all turning us into some bitches right now. And I don't know what's up with hip hop
We
and
keep looking
whatnot, but
for famous people to be our rappers.
I feel like hip hop then turned into the gossip girls, man. We ain't no better than TMZ right now, and it bores me to have to come up here and talk to y'all about gossip and what he said and she said and if what's this and the meaning behind that shit. I want to talk about the music, so that's my rant, man. So I'm gonna give y'all some dope music and some guys that's been dropping some shit and some of this, if not whole albums, but at least some singles and some songs and some tracks that's been pretty decent. Because I don't think there's been very many whole albums that's come out this year that's been top to bottom dope. I'm still listening to the original French Montana album. I'm still listening to that first, that Game album, and of course the Bodie James albums. But
IDK.
yeah, IDK still got album of the year as far as I'm concerned. I mean, ain't very much changed. Alchemist and Larry June album was pretty decent. I don't know how high I got it on my list right now, but it's been a difficult year to be a music fan. And these albums, like I said, these albums and these artists that we got, man, it make it hard to jump on here and talk about more music. But I'm gonna give y'all at least a couple tracks and a couple albums that was pretty dope to me. Shout out to Boosie and his daughter, man. Boosie and his daughter made an album. I think I want to say maybe the first time ever a rap artist came out and made an album with his daughter. And it's been a lot of hip hop artists that's been, they sons or daughters is rapping. That's another whole nother subject that we can touch on another day. But hip hop nepotism. It's a lot of guys that's got their sons and daughters coming up in the game and rapping.
Consequence in his son is going to be a problem.
It's a dope thing. So shout out to Boosie and his daughter. I want to say, what's the name of the album? The name of the album, I can't think of the name of the album right now. I think it's We Livin' or something like that. I can't remember it right now. But shout out to Boosie and his daughter for doing that, man. I got to give another shout out to the Mussolini, man. The Mussolini then dropped about an album a month.
Money.
Yeah, since about November. So since about November, he's about dropped the album a month, and his last two been super dope, man. So I got to give him some props. I think he been on a nice hot run. His production, and he just sound refreshing. So if you ain't been or you ain't up on the Mussolini, he's been making some dope albums. MVP of the month, man. Got to give it to Bodie James. I mean, he been all over the place, still dropping every week. You got to pick through it, but he's got a couple songs out here right now that's pretty dope. He got a song with what's that name? I gotta find it real quick.
Boldy, stop dropping. Go talk to him.
These are tracks that he featured on. So this is not even really off his albums alone. He's doing features and everything. So he dropping albums, he's doing features, and he got a song with Jacob Matthews called Back in the Saddle that's pretty dope right now. He got another one out here with what's the other one? Let me find it real quick.
But Boldy though.
He got another one with your boy I can't say his last name or it's like Posca, Posca. That's pretty dope, called Dope Boy. So he been putting in work still. I love the Minx in Miami, the French Montana, Rick Ross and Max B track. You know what I'm saying?
Max went crazy. Max still
coming through.
French went crazy on that joint.
French, Max, they're a great combination.
They know how to make hit records.
Right. They know how to make hit records. They know how to make the shit sound fun and good. And shout out to Max B for still.
It's a remake. It's Puffy's formula. It's Puffy.
Either way, man. Hey, I got to give it to him.
I like it.
Shout out to Roscoe P. Cole and Nicholas Craven. Ben Sprinter. Dope ass track right now. Jay Skis and Sinatra. I mean, my bad. Jay Skis and Talib Kweli got a nice track out here right now. And Jay Skis' album is pretty straight too, called Worldwide. So it's some nice, decent music. Shout out to Buddy Nunya, and he got a whole album out here with I can't remember how to say his damn first name, but Guapa Dad or Guap Dad 4000.
I heard of him.
Right. Fredro Bang and G Herbo. Fredro Bang dropped the whole album. That's pretty dope and that's pretty decent. But him and G Herbo got a song called Back to Back that's pretty fire right now. So it's still some music out here. It's not. I won't give anybody whole albums right now, like as far as the month of March. But it's some dope singles out there. It's been some dope tracks here and there. Mike Will made it, dropped the album. He got 21 Savage. I'm sure y'all heard the J. Cole track that I thought was just all right. I ain't gonna go too hard on it, but
It was cool. It was all right.
Some nice features on the Mike Will made it album. Paul Wall and Young Thug and Lil Keke dropped the track. And I want to say Paul Wall dropped the album, so this is off his album, but the song is called Limitless, and it's pretty dope. Fresh and Ab Soul got a song called Mullet that's dope as hell right now too out there. So it's some dope music, man, but it's just it's hard to find, and we gotta go find it. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, y'all. So follow us on Spotify, man. I'm gonna put them together, and they're gonna be out there.
Check the link in the description. Check the link out. Spotify, that curated list by my man Super Duper. Yeah, some dope music is out, and shout out to
Mike Will.
Shout out to French and Max and Rick Ross. That joint was dope. Kid Art, another dope video, like the little tiger that Ross had. You know what I'm saying? Little elements, really dope visual video. The new video with DJ Premier Nas, Get Up. It's a dope video. What you gonna say, Soup?
Hey, shout out to Young Chris. I got to keep going on the Young Chris run, man. I'm anticipating this Young Chris album. He got a song that dropped this month called Let Me Cook. That's dope as hell too. And Bruiser Wolf, man. Bruiser Wolf got a nice album. I don't know, like Bruiser Wolf is an acquired taste. I don't know if you really up on Bruiser Wolf. He a artist out of Detroit, and he got like an odd style. He's more like a Detroit version of E40 kind of. You know what I mean? Like he's got like it's an acquired taste. So don't get me wrong. Everybody might not find it dope, but
we're gonna need some acquired taste in hip hop.
Right. We need some originality and some guys like this to be around that can still make some dope songs and dope hooks.
Yeah, people only care when Drake's name is associated with it. Then everybody cares. But y'all don't have no acquired taste. Y'all don't have no taste to where you got to go to a specific restaurant that's only in one place in this city. It's the only place they have this restaurant. But y'all want McDonald's.
People have acquired taste, right? People have acquired.
Get some taste level in your music.
That's okay. It's enough music for everybody. Some days you want to get a nice local restaurant.
We gotta quit eating McDonald's every day.
Some days you want to go to a nice local joint, get you some food from a local chef or a local cook, and get that food. Some days the football game is coming on. You gotta order some pizzas from Pizza Hut.
Y'all want McDonald's every day.
So sometimes you gotta change it up. So speaking of which, Super said we talking crazy. I ain't talking. On this platform, I don't really do gossip. I really don't like to do gossip. I don't like the he said, she said. That's not me. But what I'm saying is this: a lot of people in the industry, a lot of people that's in the music has heard some records. I see a lot of people affiliated with certain artists have changed their logos and their avatars to ice and diamonds. So that tells us as a hip hop platform, I'm just sharing the news that it seems to me that the Iceman album is on its way. It should be here within a week or so. That's what I'm hearing. And then we'll listen to it, and then we'll the weather's getting warm.
That's your taste level. Y'all taste level.
The weather's getting. The ladies might.
Hey, shame on you, Ron. Shame on you.
The ladies want to hear the record.
The level of taste.
Shame on you for forcing us to talk about Drake.
The ladies want to listen to.
Anytime that his name
your highest level of skill.
I'm not mad at the ladies.
Why are you forcing us to talk about Drake? He ain't did nothing.
I'm just saying that's what they saying. That they changing the.
He dropped the album cover.
Who is they?
He dropped the album cover. Why are we talking about this? Wait till the music come. I told y'all on your own with this Drake shit, man. Is y'all on your own with this Drake shit?
I think it's going to be different. I want to make a prediction.
The problem is Drake is your taste level. I want to make a prediction
on this show. So Super said he's not going to talk about it. So out of all of us, the most outside person on the platform, I ain't trying to put your business, is Soup. It's going to come a day in July and August. Super gonna be out somewhere in one of his spots.
Well, who cares?
He's gonna hit some records. Maybe it's the one with Future. Maybe it's the one with 21 Savage. It's gonna be everywhere. He gonna come back on this show. He's like, man, this song. That's my prediction.
Hey, if it happens, I don't not expect Drake to make a banger. Like this is what I'm saying that we as a hip hop. This is what I'm talking about.
He got bangers out right now from like 10 years ago.
we gotta quit playing this game. Are we gonna gatekeep or not? Are we gonna let people take advantage of the culture or not? Are we gonna stand on business or not? Are we
No, we're
fine with
not.
this nigga coming back? Right, we not.
We're not.
So it's fine. Are we gonna allow Drake to come back dissing Kendrick after suing over a diss record? Are we cool with
Yes.
this? Are y'all gonna just say y'all gonna just clap for him and say he dropped some dope music?
The thing
I'm standing on business. So if you ain't standing on business, I'm standing on business when it comes to Drake.
I respect that. I respect that. So I'm just sharing the news.
The thing is, y'all don't care about the music. Y'all care about the chart position. Y'all are going to look up the charts, and you're going to say whoever wins the charts is the best. That's what y'all going to do.
I'm just sharing the news, man. That's all I'm doing.
It's no news. Like, Drake got records from 10 years ago. If y'all want to go hear Drake, it's not hard.
I'm shooting the message.
It's not tough. Like, bro, if Drake
at the same time, though, this ain't news.
If Drake comes out here and drops a bunch of music everybody likes, who cares? Why does that matter?
And this ain't even news. The album's been anticipated for a long time. We know the album is coming.
Not to change subject.
What is the substance of your music?
Do y'all think that line on the Mike Will Made It was a subliminal diss?
Mike Will's album.
I think so. It sounds like it.
About the sympathy,
I liked it.
About the sympathy Grammys. Y'all think that?
I mean, of course, it's gotta be because listen, Drake didn't Drake say that too?
It's
Drake
cotton candy music.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody hand him a Grammy right now. I mean, we know when you mentioning Grammys right now, and you talk about F them sympathy Grammys, you talking about Kendrick Lamar. We know that.
Atlanta, and you're gonna take this the wrong way, and I don't care. Shout out to T.I. and Saha, who I'm really waiting for. Y'all respect cotton candy music. And listen.
What Atlanta got to do with it?
Listen, because I'm speaking on the Mike Will album that I liked. Let's not forget that I said I liked it when I go into my diatribe. It had the whole Atlanta on that one album. I like the album, but it's cotton candy, meaning there is no nutrition in it. So when Drake comes out, right, he's going to give you cotton candy. Yes, we would like the cotton candy. We all like the junk food. We all like the candy. But there is no nutritional value there. When Mr. EGOT comes out, now I'm going to ask you about junk food versus healthy food. What is better for the culture? The problem is the culture thinks candy is better than vegetables. They honestly believe that. They honestly believe candy is better for your health than vegetables. Now, I know I'm reaching with the analogy, but look at the music. Again, the Mike Will album, which I liked. It's cotton candy. There's no nutritional value there.
It's a Mike Will Made It album.
That you did not say nothing that a young person could listen to and get their mind right. Nothing. There's nothing there for that.
I enjoyed 21.
There's nothing there for that.
I did too. I thought the song with Travis Scott. Was dope on there.
I thought 21 had some balls on there that you could take and resonate with. That's
right. I was gonna say that 21 was spitting on there, and I thought the 21 song is better than the J. Cole song on there. To be honest with you. And I thought I like the standing ovation with.
We got to start saying something real. Say something real.
Just because, again, we had that conversation on another topic. We might just do a review on this Mike Will Made It out. We might do a separate show. But anyway,
I thought it had some stripes on it. I thought it did. It was pretty straight to me.
We might do a real proper review on it because then Leroy said he liked
it. Say something real to me.
Let's do that. Let's do a special episode maybe in a couple of days and do that. But anyway. This was the Weekend Rhyme. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Do the needful. You could have been anywhere in the world today, but you chose to rock with us. It's 83 degrees where I'm at, so I need to take these boys outside, throw some footballs around, go get something to eat, ride around. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be listening to some. I'm gonna be playing some.
Drake.
What am I gonna play today? I might pull out. What am I? I might pull out some Outkast today. It's a nice, beautiful Southern day. I might pull out some T.I. I don't know. I might do that.
It's always the lyrical guys that at the end of the day, we go back to the lyrical guys.
Anyway, y'all make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'm your boy Ron. That's Leroy Green. Super duper. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Go do something hard today. Quit being soft all day, y'all. Get off the internet crying and shit.